Good morning, good afternoon, good midday, however you all are joining me today. My name is Jennifer Khalsa Shimmel, and welcome to the Arise exploration of our 6 metal year shift. So there are a lot of things going on in the cosmos and the universe. We are not going to talk about all of them today that are at play right now in 2021, going into 2022, in astrology and numerology, etc., etc., in your own personal charts, in your natal chart, your all of that, right? All of that is at play right now. What we are going to talk about today is the ancient 9-star key system, which is based from it is a Japanese system, right? Based on the 5 elements of wood, water, fire, earth, and metal. I'm like, wait. Okay, so this is, it's tied into the Bagua. It's sometimes called the astrology of feng shui. It's not really completely true, but a lot of people phrase it that way. But I like making this very clear because if I say we're going into a 6th year, I've had a lot of people be like, hey, no, we're not. Numerology, we're going into a this year. And I'm like, this is not numerology. I don't do numerology. I don't do numerology. I have only so many systems I can govern in my own life. So I follow this 9-star key system. I have for a few years now. And I do it personally and watch collectively as well what's going on. And I wanted to share with you all because for the next 2 years, this year and next year, they're going to be big, paired by the fact that we have this huge Aquarian energy going on. So what is a 6-metal year? Okay, so to kind of get this understanding, do remember as well, we will be having, you have your own 9-year cycle that you're going through. So for example, I am going into a 5-year. This is based off of your birth year. You then can break it down into the months in the year are also going through 9 cycles, right? So there's a lot of things. Remember, it's not a blanket statement, okay? This is a general, as a collective, as a year, right? A big year. We're all going into this energy. So a 6-metal year is like the fall harvest of the 9-year cycle. So this year's energy is, it's not karmic. That is a 5, more of a 5 soil year where you deal with more of the karmic lessons. But this is more of the harvesting what you've been planting, right? So this isn't past lives or your, in previous lifetimes in your garden, the soil, right? This is what have you been planting over the last few years and what's happening. So if you've planted, with great foundation, with, honest, open, healing work, you're going to get like a bountiful harvest, right? If you've planted maybe some missteps, maybe some, and we're looking collective, maybe some not so healthy patterns, it might be more of a year of, challenges, of questionings, of going, ooh, what have I planted, right? So now remember, this is also going to be kind of felt locally, nationally, and globally, right? So you can look at, I live in the US, and you can look at the US for an example that we're moving into a 6th year. We are starting to see what did we plant over the last few years. Now, some 6-metal years sets up a period of great financial prosperity and bloom rate. It's a harvest season. Some 6-metal years can lead up to global wars in the past, right? So there's a lot at play to kind of explore. So what the big thing I want you guys to be open and exploring to, don't freak. Don't be like, holy crap, what's happening? But as you start seeing things come up, you start seeing things play out, this is a great opportunity for us all to go, what have I been planting? What have we been collectively planting? What are we going to do with that, right? And this also preps us because collectively next year we move then into a 5 soil and a karmic year. So then we're going to be dealing with the karmic stuff. So this is kind of like that preset of going, okay, we've planted. Now we see what we're harvesting. Okay, what are we going to do with it? Another analogy that's been used is the tracks have been laid down and there's not so many opportunities to veer off now. The tracks are down. Where are we going? And the positive of that is you can see where you're going, right? The harvest. You can see what you've got. So it's not like, oh, I could go here, I could go here. This is, which some other years have those options where there's a lot of different venues. It's a bit more transmutable, right? You can go. In a 6 metal year, there's a rigidity to it. This is where we are. This is what we're getting, right? We're reaping what we sowed. What did we do? Right? So it's a big year of, it can be coming into your own when it's in your own personal year. It can be a lot of like, I am leadership. I'm a 6 metal personally, right? So it's a very, very strong metal. But for the collective, what we're actually seeing is it's starting to bring up, what have we been doing? What we've been planting. Like, are we okay with what we've been doing over the last, 5, however many years, in this cycle, because it's a 9-year cycle, right? So, up to this point, so 17, so the last few years, like 3 or 4 years right now, or more actually at this point. So it's not a freak, but this is a really important energy to be conscious and aware of as you start to see this on the global and national stages play out. If you're wondering what is going on, and you could kind of see it for us, not globally, as well. Last year, as we came from a 7 metal year, which is where we, it's a lot more playful, a lot more, but already globally, we were dealing with some very serious things. So 6 metal year, people are like, it's 2021, everything's going to be great and better. This isn't a magic refresh. Instead, it's going to be a chance for us to be conscious. So I have a little friend going across my desk. It's going to be more conscious about really getting clear about where have we gone. As Buffy says, where do we go from here? If any of you ever watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer, they had a musical, one musical episode, and that was one of the big songs at the end. But that actually really does apply in this situation. When you are faced with things that maybe aren't so pleasant, and it's easier, the reason I'm bringing that up is because it's easier to reap prosperity, all the things, right? It's harder if we're reaping challenges, or having to face some things that, we're on this track, and what do we do? We're on this track, and this is where we're going. This is where we've been going. What do we do now? Kind of situation. So it's a great opportunity to pull out your tools. You guys are going to hear me say this probably for 2 years. Pull out your tools. Pull out your tools. And we're being asked to really kind of step up and come into right relationship so we can really get clear, because it's kind of like the primer too for next year, where we start collectively looking at the karmic energies going on. So that is 6 metal year that on February 4th we shift fully into, starts the new energy, right? And if you guys have any questions, I'm going to leave a link down below of an amazing podcast of one of the women I learned this system from. Really dive in. It's 2 years old, I think, at this point. So be conscious about it. But she dives more into the energies of all the years, the energy of your year. It's called Women on Purpose podcast by Asha Ramakrishna. I think that's D is her middle name. And I'm going to leave that below. And if you guys also are looking for more support, I'm going to also leave the link below. I have a few spots open for my year-long soul. Its name is shifting. They used to be called my VIP sessions, but they really are like your 12-year and soul healing support. So we look at your natal chart. So we look at your North Node, which is your whole soul's purpose and mission while it's here. Your Chiron, which is your soul's wound. We look at your personal 9-star key number, and then I talk about it with you guys, and then we create a healing to support you for the energy and the soul's energy you're working through, filtered through this year's energy for the entire year. So you can listen to this healing specifically keyed into your soul's needs at this moment in time for that. So if you guys are interested, if you are ready for that kind of support, it goes deep. That link is below. And as always, like, share, subscribe. I'm going to be bringing more onto this channel for you all, more looks into things, more, AM, PM kind of stuff. So if there's things that you're curious about, you want to hear about, more ways to bring in ceremony and ritual, let me know in the comments below. And I love you all, and have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your week. Peace out.